How's it going, guys? Welcome. Finance Friday. I'm kind of taking a super chill approach this week because I don't have a whole lot of time to make this video, to be quite frank. So we're just going to dive straight into it. What are the changes? What's the big things that have been moving for the week for Finance Friday? This is all just for entertainment, so invest at your own discretion and don't take me too seriously. Alright, so what's been moving in these cardboard MTG cards? Well, the big one for standard is this Ledger Shredder. It is apparently quite powerful, as expected. You know, it draws you cards, or loots, rather. Draw, discard. Yeah, and it's a 1/3 flying for 2 mana. It's going to grow. It's proven to be pretty strong. I think this card is really good in reanimator type decks too, especially for commander. I don't know, I don't want to go too far into it. I'm kind of surprised to see it moving this much, but yeah, I went from basically $1 to $9 very suddenly. And what else we got moving? Well, Rafine seems to be very popular as well. Another 3 CMC flying creature. Well, this one's 2, 3. Okay, whatever. But it's more connive shenanigans. This whole draw discard is pretty big right now. It is a pretty strong thing. Alright, well, in other news, let's look at some of the bigger ones. Of course, we have Old Nullbone continuing to climb as expected. Chandra as well, and these lands are super good. Who would have thought? And finally, Adeline's moving up. Adeline is extremely busted in so many different ways, in case you're not aware, especially for aggro type decks. Of course, more of these lands, they're good. An offer you can't refuse, the new counter from Streets of New Capenna. Counters a non-creature spell for 1 mana and gives the controller 2 treasures. Pretty fair. Goldspan coming back up a little bit. Professional Facebreaker, another very popular card in New Capenna. Super good. And that's all we're going to talk about for standard right now. Let's take a look at some of these other formats real quick. In modern, we got some dual lands. What? This one, White Hollow Fountain, go up so much? I don't know. Crime and Punishment. Big move up. Parallel Lives, you know, again, we're not going to talk about these too much. As you can see, the percent on doubling season's kind of small, but this Bold Weir Heavyweights is huge. It's going to tank at some point, don't worry. Well, most likely. It's one of the new commander decks is playing this card, and it was played on game nights, so that kind of brought a lot of attention to it. And it's from a set that had a low print run. So a lot of reasons why this is moving, but ultimately, don't get your panties in a bunch. It's a terrible card. It's an objectively garbage card that will someday tank again because nobody actually wants to play it because they're going to lose games from playing it so much. Steam Vent's very nice. So we're seeing a lot of movement on lands. It seems like mostly this Bronze Bombshell still moving up. I don't know where. Someone let me know what's this moving from. This card's so awful, but it's funny. I kind of want to play it in Bloom Comedic Genius though, just for the heck of it. I remember looking at it and thinking, it's not good enough, but alright. Yeah, these are pretty self-explanatory, I think. I don't know if I fully understand this crime punishment. I think it is just the punishment side for killing treasures, basically. So yeah, not a bad spell. Pretty good. Alright, let's go to Pioneer. And I got people talking outside. Alright, well, let's continue. I think, oh yeah, the very big one, kind of the elephant in the room. Corvold has just shot up like crazy. Suddenly a $40 card. This was, you know, for the longest time $1 or $2, and then it's kind of been trickling up to around 10ish, but just recently it kind of went a little crazy. So that's interesting to say. Let's have a look. I guess it's been floating around 10 for a long time. I remember seeing it. No, I guess it was never below 6 or 7. Okay, I thought it was pretty cheap, but I guess it was always something. But suddenly it went from, you know, 10ish to 50 and then back down a little bit as people unload them. That's the way it goes. All right. Yeah, so Nykthos moving as well. Miracle, Teferi, Big Teferi moving. Eidolon of the Great Revel. This is an interesting one to see moving. Resplendent Angel. Super strong. You know, this probably because I knew Angel. Chandra, Awakened Inferno. Kind of surprised to see her up here. She's just so expensive, but she is really good. Really good in the sideboard too against control decks. The Ferocidon, what's going on here? I don't see this played too much, but it does have players can't gain life, and it does some damage to people, so it's not bad. And another Angel. Wow, this is a really strong tribal Angel. I wasn't playing much when Dominaria came out, so I kind of missed this one, but she's pretty strong. Gives your other Angels lifelink? It's kind of busted. Alright. And Gisela, the Broken Blade. Alright, there's probably more, but those seem to be the biggest ones. I'm going to skip. We'll look at Popper. I consider skipping over it. Let's see. What do we got? Anything interesting here? The usual suspects, Snuff Out, Lotus Petal, Ristic Study. Yeah, don't forget, it was printed as a common originally. Seems so strange now, being that it's like a $40 card. But it was. Tangle in here, one of the best fogs, Crop Rotation, Lava Spike, Soul Warden, Gem Hide Sliver. Cool sliver, and Soul's Den, basically another Soul Warden. Alright, let's take a look at Legacy. What do we got? We got any big movers on these? These are Unlimited, Legends. Looks like mainly. And the Veneral's Disc from Unlimited going up quite a bit. City of Shadows. You know, these are all really expensive cards. Most people aren't holding these, or if they are, they kind of already know that they moved, because, you know, it's a big deal. Little Tabernacle continues to climb. Unlimited Mahamati is $400 now. Jeez, I'm kind of surprised by that, because this card's, sure, it's good back in the day, but these days it is not powerful, or not considered powerful anymore, because you can get so much more for that casting cost. But back in the day, this was a staple. Killed Sarah Angels, killed Siobhan Dragons. Alright, I don't know what else to say. I guess the Island of Wak, someone's going crazy with this. It went up. It almost more than doubled in price. What happened here? Wow, this was huge. Tap to reduce target flying creature's power to 0. It's terrible. It's like a worse Maze of Ith. Whatever. Alright. But, you know, it's an old card. There's not a whole lot of them. And we're going to go to the completely banned cards you're not even allowed to play. I don't know why they have this list. Get it together. Goldfish. Maybe take the banned cards off of this list, please. Whatever. Alright, so I'll talk about some other stuff now. Let's see what else I got. Some of the hidden gems, if you will. I guess the biggest one that I'm seeing here is Dika, Fractal Theorist. Not on any of these lists because it's like a Commander only card. I guess it's legal in what? Commander, Vintage, and Legacy. Wow, not even legal in Modern. Interesting. Yeah, Dika's spiking pretty significantly. Not entirely sure why. It's obviously a very strong card. Just based on its Magecraft and how many tokens it can make you in the right deck. But yeah, it's up quite significantly. Very suddenly. You know, it's kind of been going on for a few weeks, but it has even just gone crazier now at this point. So it's really going up quite significantly. Let's look at some other ones. It's the Kite. Yeah, the Leonin War Leader has been climbing pretty steadily. You know, you get some cat tokens when it attacks. It's 4/4. It's very strong for cat decks in general. Let's see. So right with New Capenna it went way up. I don't know exactly why. But, you know, there was a time when this card spiked nearly up to 80 when it first came out. Well, near when it first came out, I guess. Secret Lair card here. But there are other versions. It's like the cheapest version is about $10 from the core set. It's still pretty pricey, but it's a strong card. Yeah, this one's even been climbing too. They've all been climbing. So another one that has really been moving quite significantly. Of course, Arbu from Secret Lair is on this list. When is it not on this list? It's been going up quite steadily for a while. It actually kind of had a bit of a downtick last week, but it's right back up. So yeah, still been climbing. Let's see, what's the cheapest version? You can still get it for $7. The old Commander 2017 one, which is not too bad. But it's been climbing up, it looks like, too. Pretty much all versions of Kroxa have been steadily going up as well. I don't know about this one exactly, but let's see. Yeah, you can't hardly get them for less than 27, it looks like. The cheapest one right now is just the plain old Theros Beyond Death, and it's at 25. But it's kind of been steadily going up, went up a few bucks. So yeah, it seems like Kroxa is pretty steadily on the move. I'm honestly surprised to see this at 25. Not to speculate too much, but I just have a feeling that this is just going to keep going up, because I don't think they're ever going to ban this one like they did Uro. So people are going to be able to play it in Modern and whatever they want. It's legal in quite a swath of formats right now, all the way from Vintage up to Historic, and of course all the Commander formats. It's a good Commander card because it hits all your opponents. It does say when it ETBs or attacks, each opponent discards a card. So this affects everybody you're against, not just a 1v1 targeted thing, which makes it significantly better in multiplayer and significantly more annoying. So you be aware that you're probably going to draw aggro and get some attacks if you play this. But hey, that's the name of the game in Commander sometimes. Not 100% sure if Marin of Clan Neltoth is worth mentioning, but specifically her Commander version is spiking up a bit. It's been 50 for a long time, but it kind of went up to 55-ish. So pretty decent increase. Looks like you can still get her for around $8 from the Mystery Booster Edition. But she's pretty popular in Commander. Looks like she's also legal in Vintage and Legacy. I don't know if she gets played at all there, but she's definitely very popular in Commander. All right, this is another one you can't really find on any list, but Marisi, Breaker of the Coil, has been seeing some rather significant movements very suddenly. Tripled in price, basically. Went from $2 to $6, which is pretty significant for an old card that's just been chilling for so long, you know, for years and years. It's been steadily $2 to $3. When it first released, it was huge and it tanked, so looks like we're climbing back to that original value. Interesting how things work. This is why you hold on to your old $1, $2 rares that have a big wall of text on them in general. At some point, someone's going to be like, oh, this new card came out, this one's crazy, you know, stuff like that. Let's see. Anything else worth mentioning? I don't know. There's another card I want to bring up I'll get to. Myth Unbound. Your commander costs 1 less for each time it's been cast from the command zone. All right, so this card has basically been worth, you know, it's been a $1, $2 rare for a while, and it kind of saw a little bit of increase, but suddenly with New Capenna, you can see this sharp line at the end. This card has just went up a ton. It also lets you draw cards when your commander dies, basically, or goes back to the command zone. So kind of, it just buffs that command zone pretty significantly. It's going to draw you cards. It's going to make it cheaper to recast. I really like this card. It never has made any of my cuts in any of my decks, but I might have to try it out. I can see that it is very cool for kind of casual commander. Probably not going to see it in competitive, but yeah, I don't know what else to say about this. It's just interesting to note, and I think this card might be a little better than people thought in the past. It's a cool card. And I think with that, that's about all I got for you guys today. Trying to think if there's anything else. I can't think of anything else. But Magic overall has been doing pretty well. There's a lot of other cards that are ticking up slightly. I see a lot of stuff just, you know, going up a couple bucks in general, and there's a lot of cards. Magic still is popular and as powerful as ever. So thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys are doing well. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.